Good morning, cultists. Welcome back to another Unbalanced Breakfast with CthuLoops. In our last episode, we ended things off after having briefly spoken to Rodney, telling him to go back to his home or whatever, and risk his life, of course, as he is still being hunted down by the Wet Boot Boys. I don't know if they know that he knows that they know that he knows. Can I go out this way?
It's locked.
How dare they? I think this is actually towards the entrance where I came in through. Right. Or at least I'm assuming, anyways. Okay, so we actually need to go back this way and then, wait. Did Rodney lock that, gate behind him? Or did he somehow manage to sneak through the, scow here? And, I mean, I'm assuming if he sneaked through the scow here, he'd be more freaked out. Or maybe he sees this kind of stuff on a regular basis. You never know. Maybe he likes to play horror video games and this is like just basically par for the course. Alright, let me go ahead and drain this. I guess I don't need to? Alright, fine. Let's just be on our way then. Good grief. But yeah, maybe, I don't know. I guess we need to go find Rodney at his old residence, maybe? Then? Now that we've convinced him to bugger back home? Perhaps? Alright, we also need to locate the site where the bombing took place and all that stuff. I think maybe we'll take this, we'll spend this episode doing all the side quests in the docks area. We got a necklace,
locked, all right.
And a locked cupboard, and a severed human torso. Whoa. Sean Hampton's night shelter? What the hell is going on here, Sean? There's like butchered body parts. There's humans wrapped up in like, you know, wrappings. Sadly not tortilla wraps, but still wrappings nonetheless. Is this Sean's place? Why is John not freaking out more about this? Is this how he... What is going on here? This is John's place.
Welcome back, Dr. Reed. Would you like to take communion with me now?
Sean, are you eating raw flesh?
It is the sacred flesh of the mortal lamb. Our Lord's bountiful transmutation for the sustenance of his believers. Thank you, Lord. I am your most humble servant.
So, true to your word, you waited for my return.
I told you, Dr. Reed, I was a man to be trusted. Did you have words with the poor Harriet?
You protect mortals and skells, you have some nerve, you hide your game well.
You make no distinction between the living and the skulls, do you?
We are God's children, Dr. Reed, one and all, and he's determined to save us.
Does this place belong to you? How can you be so certain you can keep it open?
This warehouse was once property of the Dawson family, but has been bequeathed me through donation.
Dawsons?
The Dawsons? The wealthiest family in London? Have they a clue as to what goes on here?
Not at all. The donation was made before the war. The building was run down. I never met Aloysius Dawson myself.
Aloysius Dawson?
So you have the run of the place and no one's taken notice?
As long as we keep to ourselves, we interest no one. This is a haven, and I pray it remains so for eons to come.
So I guess he's known about skulls this whole time.
What will be the result if you continue to assist both skulls and the living?
For the last decade, that's what's been happening. And they found a better life. What's to change?
You're forgetting the epidemic. Things can go south very quickly. I've seen it.
Oh, these are terrible times. Only those pure of heart shall prevail.
Is he twitching, by the way? What? Why is he twitching? Is he like phasing in and out of existence? Is it me? Ah, I see. I think he may be eating the penis of a time traveler, and maybe the radiation from the time traveler's penis is now rubbing off on him, and he's just phasing in and out of existence.
You've turned Skal now. Don't you see the danger to anyone giving you their trust?
We are all sinners, awaiting salvation. This is a simple truth, ordained by the Lord Almighty. I am a seeker of His glorious light.
Wow, this guy fucking talks in riddles.
Harriet, Miss Jones has been behaving in a most violent manner. She's going to need special attention.
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet old Bridget. She's the guide Harriet requires.
I doubt even she knows what to do.
Who is this old Bridget?
I don't know, Doctor. She rarely speaks of her past, but I know she has a long one. She's likely the oldest soul in the city.
Harriet is possessed by her hatred. You cannot let her roam free. She's dangerous.
She has joined her own kind, Doctor. Old Bridget is a saint to the younger Skals, guiding them to salvation and peaceful existence.
I believe I've learned all I need to know. I'm certain you've killed no one, but one day I believe you'll cross the line.
Logic is a false prophet. Faith is the only path to salvation.
What do you mean?
We have been blessed with God's eternity. We are the instruments of His divine will. We shall feed the hungry forever and ever. Amen.
Right. I'd like to trust you, I hardly follow you. You feed on corpses. Well, I don't really mind him feeding on corpses. He's basically a ghoul. But, or I guess, well, yeah, he's basically a ghoul.
I will strive to emulate your merciful nature, Sean, but it's a difficult pledge to make.
Give yourself over to God, Doctor. Expel your urges and kneel before the Lord in praise.
These urges. You know the hunger will never be satisfied.
I've come to embrace the everlasting craving. I have sworn to feed only upon the flesh of the dead. It is now my sacrament. Take, eat. This is my body. So saith the Lord.
Spare, I envy the peace you found. Embrace, I don't trust you. Turn, you sacrifice 500 XP. In the process, you will heal through my blood. Well, I remember the last time I took the blue option. Didn't end up so well. But turn sounds different. Maybe, do I make him like a full-fledged vampire? I don't know, I mean... I have no issues with him eating dead bodies as long as he doesn't, like, you know, make them dead himself. Or at least, you know, in this playthrough. I wouldn't mind if he just went around butchering people left, right, and, you know, left and right from a personal perspective. But, I guess for this playthrough, but, I mean... Jonathan here does keep saying that, you know, eventually Sean will start, you know, giving into his hunger. So I kind of wonder if maybe that's a hint. You know what? Let's try turning him.
My discoveries. Vampire blood would enhance your metabolism, perhaps even heal you. If what old Bridget says is true, I'll give you some of mine.
I'd rather not. It would be extremely awkward.
You have no choice, Sean. It's the only way to protect your cheptel, those still amongst the living.
No, Dr. Reed. God made me this way. Who am I to disobey His will?
You believe that God's plan was for you to be abandoned at birth.
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
I can't imagine God intended for you to be molested by a priest in an orphanage. Drink, friend.
No.
I said kneel and drink. Now.
I said drink, not breathe it in. This is extremely awkward. Okay, so I've sacrificed 500 experience points, but gained 300 in turn? Will soon suffer the Why do you have to make things sound so ominous? Why? Damn it! That sounds way too ominous. Hey, Sean, you okay? I only asked you to bend and spread. I didn't need you to, you know, go all orgasmic and shit. Okay, I guess we're done here then. Well, what is happening?
Another corpse thrown in the streets. Someone's playing a very sick game.
What the fuck? What's in his hands?
I know this brooch. This is my mother's. A birthday gift from father.
A message to me, maybe?
29 Pretty Orchard Street. That's near Poplar's district. Why would this man carry off my mother's brooch? I must go there.
Okay. Alright, one thing though. So in between episodes, I was going through the map and I noticed this. New dialogue available. Apparently, I've been told that when you see this, you should basically beeline towards this. Otherwise, you lose an opportunity to gain a hint. I think I may actually be fucked in terms of getting all the hints for from Edgar. Because I think there was an opportunity for me to... I missed an opportunity to get a hint from him. Apparently, I needed to do it after I attended the funeral. But before I went to the fucking chapel, which is absolute fucking bullshit. Anyways. So let's actually go towards them, but before I do... Miss, I found your wallet, alright? So stop pissing on my cornflakes.
What do you want?
Shut the fuck up.
I've identified the men who stole from you. You were right. They were members of some self-proclaimed militia.
I knew it! Did you find the money too?
Yep.
Yes. Here it is. They thought they could finance their activities with it.
I never thought a man like you would be kind enough to... I misjudged you. Badly. Well... Thank you, sir.
Will you give the money back to your comrades, then?
Fuck those bastards who fired me. I'll give the money to Miss Gillingham. Her son Jack was a friend of mine. He was killed recently.
Alright, fair enough, I guess. Oh, right, I can talk to her about this
Giselle,
stuff.
tell me about the death of your mother.
After our father died, Mother worked so hard she made herself sick. We spent all the money we had on useless drugs and doctors. It was hell.
Hell? What do you mean?
The three of us were exhausted and desperate. And when I'm desperate, I tend to get angry. And I'm hard to live with. Lottie said I killed Mother.
Maybe you did. You have a bad temper, you should talk to your sister. Lottie did not mean it.
You should talk to your sister. Whatever happened when your mother died, the truth lies somewhere between your two versions.
I don't want to talk about that. It was years ago. We Paxton sisters are tough. We don't apologize.
Wow, okay then.
I know you were friends with Miss Gillingham's son, Jack. Tell me about his death.
Jack's murder has been a shock to the neighborhood. A sign that the situation is now out of control.
Why is that?
There has always been tension between the Wet Boot Boys and members of the trade union. But a murder? That's a first.
Who killed him?
No one will ever know. One thing is certain. While Jack was alive, I had one less reason to drink.
Why does that upset you so much?
I wish I had found the time and words to tell him how important he was to me before it was too late. Another failure for Giselle Paxton.
Well, maybe she loved him. Alright, cool.
Giselle, I know you sleep at Hampton's shelter. What can you tell me about him?
He provided a roof for me and my sister. I am grateful, of course, but he gives me the creeps.
Why is that?
He's always sad, like he's about to cry. He's always asking us to get closer to God, and to give ourselves to the Lord. Creepy.
You know what's creepy is how your shirt keeps popping in and out of your jacket. Alright, so there's one hint that we still need from her. Fair enough.
Did you see what just happened?
No, I didn't. And I don't care.
Really? Why is that?
Because this sexist pig is one of the 4 men who blacklisted me. Good riddance, if you ask me.
Alright, cool.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Unbelievable. What about you, Lottie?
Glad to see you again, Mr. Reed.
What have you seen? Also, what can I talk to you about?
Lottie, tell me about the death of your mother.
Giselle killed her. Plain and simple. She killed her with her daily whims, her laziness, and her complaints.
That's quite a statement. You can't kill someone because you're fickle.
Mother was very ill, but I forgave Giselle. What I couldn't stand was how she cried at her funeral like she was the one left alone.
Perhaps your sister is not as tough as you are.
I know that, and I don't blame her. It just makes me sad that my own sister is the person I understand the least.
Giselle is the only family you have left. Don't you think it's time you forgave her?
Sometimes words are harder to forgive than acts, Dr. Reed.
Maybe. Alright, I only have one hit with Giselle? What the hell?
Did you see what happened?
No. I was coming back to the shelter from work when I heard an awful scream, and there was this man, dead, just in front of the building.
You saw nothing at all?
No, I told you, just that awful woman's scream.
A woman scream? Are you sure?
Of course. It was terrifying. I thought it was my sister, so I ran. But it was a man I've never seen round here before.
I see. Alright.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Cool beans. Wait, so what do I know about these guys? How do I know more about Giselle than Lottie? What is the hint that I'm missing? Pretty sure I've read all the documents and shit. What about you, buddy?
Good evening,
Frog
Mr.
bottom.
Throckmorton.
Dr. Reed.
Well, you can start by talking to me about the dead-ass body in front of you.
Tell me, Ichabod, why do you consider yourself the protector of Hampton's shelter?
He is a truly inspiring example. Dedicated, pious. His shelter is open to all, whoever they are. Most admirable.
Little do you know, Frog Bottom. Little do you know.
Did you see what happened to him?
Actually, yes. He was thrown from the roof like a vulgar log.
Why is it that you sound so afraid?
You didn't see it. He was dead before he hit the ground. The strength required to do such a thing, well, it beggars belief.
Who could have done that?
Who? Well, a vampire, of course. Look, bite marks on the neck and lacerations here. There is definitely a vampire close by.
You don't say.
Goodbye. And good hunting, Mr. Throckmorton.
Alright, so who else do I need to speak to? Or do I need to speak to anyone at all? Alright, we can head back there, locate the man's flat in the borough, or search the man's flat. You know what? We're actually gonna head back towards the hospital and also do some of the side quests along the way. But before I do, let me set the right side quest. This one I already have. I basically need to turn that in. This one, where does this go? I wonder. This one leads in there. Okay, you know what? This is probably more doable than the other one. Because I think the bombing one, we might have to go into the Southwark, which I think might be a little too far south. I don't know. I guess it wouldn't be a bad idea to try exploring first to see if it's actually doable for me. Alright, rats.
I can't
Time to donate your blood.
Doing this.
Don't worry about it, John. I'm sure you'll do much worse before the night is over.
This is despicable.
Let me guess, you're also gonna say that you have a thirst for blood.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Oh, look at that. I thought for sure he was gonna say, I have this thirst for blood. Which is, of course, the most accurate impression of Jonathan Reed ever. So, you're welcome, guys. Don't mind, feel free to hire me on as a voice actor, by the way. Can I go in there? Nope. How do I find out more about Rupert Grint? Homeless Rupert Grint. I wonder if perhaps... What about you, Stella Fishburne? Can I speak to you? I guess I've never actually spoken to her.
Good evening, madam. I'm Dr. Reed. Could I come in?
Why? What do you want?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
Would you rather I bash it down? I can do that.
The disease takes away the good people too, madam. Why not let me in?
It's Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fishburne. And yes, indeed. Why not let a doctor in?
Yes. I'm also a part-time house looter.
Last time I had a good sleep. I've been nothing but worried.
It's locked.
Damn it. Okay, Miss Fishburne, first you gotta unlock that little cupboard so that I can examine it and make sure that you don't have any toxic materials in there. Second, you need to tell me how you're related to Lawrence Fishburne, one of the main actors of the hit movie series The Matrix, and then The Matrix 2, followed by Matrix 3, I think?
So you have questions about the flu then?
Yes, among other things.
Yeah, like the
Forgive
missing
my
textures in
rudeness
your
at the door.
clothes.
It's just my son doesn't like strangers coming in the house.
Right, okay. Let me just scooch in a little closer on your clothes there, because it's... Damn it, never mind.
The orphan that regards you as a mother. Please tell me about him, Stella.
You mean Rufus? I wish I could do even more for the poor boy. Most people are so selfish.
But you're not.
Years may have passed, but I haven't forgotten how it feels to go through days with nothing but an empty stomach.
How is life around here?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere nowadays, isn't it?
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to do with the epidemic?
Don't know. But it's most likely linked to the gangs, if you ask me. Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
And which side are you on? I'm assuming you're a enforcer for the Wet Boot Boys, right?
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a cruel law of the human condition.
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. These days, you can just die in the gutter and no one will bat an eye.
Why, do you have experience with that?
May I ask what you do for a living, Mrs. Fishburne?
Besides burning fish.
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson Rope factory, but it closed before the war. I occasionally help at the night asylum, in exchange for food.
Did your husband die in the war?
Oh no, my Jack was a docker. He died when my Seymour was just a lad. The poor boy saw his dad slip and fall from that scaffolding.
Alright, well, how do you pay the rent?
How do you pay the rent, then?
My Seymour works at the docks, just like his dad. He's very attached to the house he grew up in. It's not always easy, but we get by all right.
Well, I don't know if this is alright, especially since your clothes appear to be missing their textures. Did you not pay for the texture pack, miss? Alright, I guess that's all we can talk to her
Goodbye,
about.
Miss Fishburne. Take care of yourself.
And also, thank you for letting me loot your house. I mean, inspect it for poisonous things that could hurt you. Alright, Rufus. Keeping my eye on you, buddy. Just in case you do something fishy. Get it? Fishy? Like something related to Stella Fishburne over here? Okay, what else can we do? Right, we need to find the necklace. I guess we're gonna need to like just scour the area then, aren't we? Because it doesn't seem like it's gonna provide us with an exact location of the necklace. Alright, fine. Can I at least get a hint as to where it might be? Did you drop it somewhere? Like, like a general idea would be nice. Yeah. But I doubt it. I doubt that guy is gonna be helpful. If anything, he's probably just gonna cuss me out and then just tell me to go, I don't know, eat it. Excuse. Oh wow. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Oh, jeez. What was I saying? I don't remember now. Alright, so that guy's probably just gonna tell me to go eat a donkey's anus or something. Of course, an anus is the actual hole, so you can't really eat a donkey's anus. I mean, you can probably try eating a donkey's anal sphincter, which is of course the muscle surrounding the hole, but probably not the anus itself. I don't know. Maybe it's possible. Okay, I wonder if perhaps... Well, it's not really by the pier, is it? No. Because I was thinking the other side of the, Whoa. Have I been here before?
It's locked, all right.
What the hell? Why is that locked? Oh, I have been here before. I remember this. Hey!
From Seymour
look at that!
to my beloved mother Stella. Fishburne, that sneaky bastard.
From Seymour to my beloved mother Stella. Seymour Fishburne's necklace. Wait, why is that a bad thing? I don't understand. Wait, did he say it was someone else's necklace? What did he say exactly? I don't remember. Oh, sorry. Quite an irritable man, not exactly the friendly type. He confessed to me he lost the necklace he wanted to offer to his mother. If it can help the man calm down, maybe I should try to find the lost gift. Wait, so why did I say he was a sneaky bastard? I don't understand. From Seymour to my beloved mother Stella. Bloody necklace. Huh? Alright, well, let's give it to him. I don't quite understand what the issue is.
Yeah.
And the corpses. What the hell?
I have retrieved the gift for your mother, sir.
Great. Give it here then and take this for your trouble.
I also found the corpses. The ones under which you left the necklace, Mr. Fishburne.
Ah, so that's where I left it. I can be a bit stupid sometimes.
Wait, what? Is he going around killing people? Huh.
As a man of science, I'd like to try to understand why you killed those people.
Why does there need to be a reason? They were just there. It happened. That's all.
You're not a mindless animal, Seymour. Surely you have something to say about these murders. Speak up and I will listen without judgment.
Could be right, Dr. Reed. Maybe it'll do some good to confide in a gentleman like you. You being educated and all.
So why don't you tell me what the fuck just happened?
Tell me about your victims, Seymour. Who were they? Why them? Was there a link?
Why should there be? They just kept getting on my nerves at the worst times, that's all.
The fuck?
How many? How many victims?
It's not like I keep records. It happens when it happens.
You feel nothing, do you? No empathy for your victims at all?
You seem pretty calm yourself, don't you?
We're not talking about me.
That right? Well, our calm's the only thing we have in common then.
Is he a psychopath?
Did you take pleasure in killing them, Seymour? All those people, all those lives extinguished.
I take no pleasure from it. Just gives me peace. Stills the anger. For a time.
Yeah, he's definitely a psychopath.
This rage you feel, have you ever been able to control it? Resist it?
I tried. For my mum. I tried for her. Telling the truth made me feel better. For a while.
Don't you think you should seek help? Talk to someone you trust, someone who cares about you.
No. And don't dare speak about me to your colleagues either. Keep your mouth shut tight. Especially about my mum.
Alright, well this guy is definitely a, yeah, he's a serial killer. That's for sure.
Why is your mother protecting you, Seymour?
I'm her son. She's the only one who knows me. Sometimes I think she knows me better than I know myself.
I understand you love her, but can't you see the awful situation you've put her in?
Do you think my mum would have a better life if I were dead? She seems so sad to know me sometimes.
Yeah, I'm sad to know you too, asshole.
I understand your mother's situation. Obtaining justice at the price of betraying her own flesh. It's quite a dilemma.
It might be my mum's wish that I end up swinging from a hangman's noose. But she wouldn't want to be the one who ties a knot round my neck.
Well, so you say. Alright. So do I know everything there is to know about Seymour Butts? Nope. Apparently not. Alright.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
Maybe we talk to Stella and then find out more. Alright, well, let's actually leave the episode off here for now. We'll come back tomorrow and then we'll talk to Seymour Butts' mother. Stella Fishburne, or whatever. And then we'll also head back to the hospital and talk to Edgar, as well as Lady Ashbury, apparently, who also wants to talk or whatever. Alright, so for now, thanks for watching and have a good breakfast.